10 Everything is meant to be. Kim, Jin Mi. I am Mi Sun Kong, housewife in my 40s, I have an office worker husband, daughter, and son. I live in a town in Gyeongsang Namdo. My husband's monthly wage is around 2 million won, and my 4 family members are busy making ends meet. My husband works not only on Saturdays but also on holidays to get only 2.5 million won. My daughter is a middle school student, so the tuition fee is also a burden. My son entered elementary school as a late child. At least my son graduated from kindergarten, so it costs less money less. Kindergarten cost more than school. As much as I paid for kindergarten, I put my daughter in English and math academies. Usually, housewives have to work part-time or work in this case, but I live as a full-time housewife. I'm in a tight situation. I go to the local library every week to borrow books, and I usually borrow fairy tales for my children. But now I look for a book to read. So far, I've read books every night to put my eldest and second child to sleep. I read it for the past 14 years. Now that they are sleeping on their own, I can borrow a book to read. It started with a simple novel. After reading almost everything, I thought I should read something productive. So, I was reading health-related books such as House-Made Oriental Medicine Tea and snooping around the books of Sajamaiyongari to relieve of boredom. There was a lecture at the library in my neighborhood, and there was also a lecture on Sajamaiyongni. I took the class and borrowed related books. Most of the classes were middle-aged housewives or elderly women. They were all better off and more affordable than me. The instructor was an old man who was stubborn. The instructor, however, teaches students themselves and their family members as a sample of the lecture. When it came to order, I and my family also came out. Everyone doesn't say bad things in class. They all say the basics. And as basic and advanced classes progress, students themselves learn whether they are good or bad. Well, what's the good thing about being criticized by the students? If a student fails, the class will be closed, so isn't it your fault? I am poorer than my classmates. Everyone has a much better job and a higher salary than my husband. I think it's hard to find people who receive at our level even in our apartment. Even houses that work in factories receive 4 million and 5 million won per month. I was really surprised. More than double the salary of a college graduate. Then why do people go to college? As a matter of fact, I graduated from graduate school. My husband is a college graduate. My husband and I went to a national university and we are a campus couple. But my husband's salary looks like that because he does something unrelated to his major. Workmen working in factories receive much more. My husband works in a factory. Since the factory is in the countryside, we live in a town. My friends live in metropolitan city or Seoul. As I try not to feel ashamed of myself, I become obsessed with fortune-telling because I wonder why my fate is like this. Now, if anything bad happens, I think it's because of bad luck. My husband and I never had a fight in our lives. We met in college for 9 years and got married, so we knew each other so well that we never had to fight. But these days I fight over money. After 15 years of marriage, the housekeeping I bought when I got married broke down one by one, so I had to change it. Not only home appliances but also furniture such as beds will be changed, so no matter how many months of installment you make, the amount of credit card payments has increased dramatically. My husband, who seemed nice and sincere to me, began to look more and more incompetent. Why isn't your salary increasing when the kids are growing up? You can't do business with that personality? Well, anyone can do business, and we don't have any business capital, so we can't even pay our debts first. And my husband and I aren't even cut out for business. Now my house looks small, and old. Everything is annoying. So I study the theory of fortune and fortune again. I see how my husband and I work together. I'm unilaterally committed, so only my husband is a good match. I thought that was a good thing when the groom was pretty, but now I think I'm the only victim. My children are all grown up, so my mother-in-law wants me to go out and earn money. She seems to think that only her son is suffering. No, no, all this could be my guess. I call hell because everything in the world depends on my mind. I call heaven. I'm determined that everything is made by me. I take a deep breath. Who? Yet. It's all my fate, so I have to do it. Other friends must have had a lot of luck in their past lives. I will live my life comfortably if I build a fortune this time. I take a deep breath thinking about one thing or another. Ring. 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 The home phone rings. Why is it calling me at home? Hello, Shin Kyung. What's up, hey? You're gonna buy me lunch? You want me to bring all the kids out of that expensive restaurant? What's going on? Did you win the lottery? Yes, how did you know? Has the news reached you already? I won the 500 million won lottery this time. So I made my family eat out and I called because I thought of you. Come to Busan after a long time. Come out by subway with you and your kids. No, I'll give you the taxi fare, so take a taxi. I'll text you the time and place. Ouch. Everything is meant to be.